What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, we're taking a look at a little title called Nimbatus, the Space Drone Constructor. Basically, it's kind of like an open world space exploration game where you go to different planets and there's objectives, and you build drones that have to invade those planets, blow up the objectives, and that gives you more things and allows you to explore further. So what I'm looking for right now is we're just going to show the game off for like the next 30 minutes, so it's something that's on your radar. It's currently on Kickstarter. They're looking to drum up a little bit of support and find people that are interested in what the game has to offer. Aside from that, they sent over a copy of the game so that I could check it out. Let's build ourselves some drones and see what's going on, yeah? Start this game off. I'm going to close that one on down right there. I've played the game 3 or 4 times. I haven't played 6 minutes before this. I played like an hour before this to limited success. I've come to the conclusion that my drones are not very good. So we start out next to the planet Kumi. The planet Kumi, there's some other stuff we can go to too. There's the Sumo Training Arena. Don't really know what that does. There's a battle arena over there, and there's a scrapyard on that side, just in case you wanted to go and get some more scrap. Just something to think about. I don't think that I wanted to do that right there. I think I exited out completely. The planet Kumi, its diameter is 314 meters. That's not a very big planet. That's a very, very small planet. There's not a lot of resources around. Gravity's normal, air resistance is normal, and the risk level is low. Our objectives on this planet are to destroy a transmitter, which allows us to explore other regions. So if we go back right now, all these little plus signs are other planets, and when we destroy that transmitter, it's going to be like, and it's going to open up this area of space so that we can keep on exploring, making more drones, and having more fun. Other things, destroying the hives. If we destroy all the bug hives that are on this planet, we end up getting a bonus weapon. But good luck with that. The bugs are terrifying. So the first thing we got to do is that we got to assemble our ship. Our ship is facing that way, and this is just our drone brain. We can explode it if we want to. We can release drones. We can do pretty much whatever we want to do right there. Now, what I would recommend is that we come up with some kind of defensive shell around this thing. And so there's the first little piece right there. It's got 3,000 HP. It'll probably work out pretty well. However, this thing is going to be heavy as all hell. So keep that in mind. We're going to need some big-ass thrusters to get this thing moving. It's going to require it. You just got to live with the fact that this thing is going to need some serious thrust to get it up in the air. And so there's that right there. We can also copy and Control V, and that'll allow us to make another part right there in case you're trying to build quickly. If you're trying to do things on the rapido, you can do it that way. I'm going to drop that down right there. We'll put that on that side, and then we'll go Control-C, Control-V, and we'll just make kind of a death cube over here. There it is. That's always the kind of kid that I was in kindergarten anyways. Like, other kids would be like, look, I've made the bat wing. And I'd be like, look, I made a square that has a chair on it that the little guy sits in. If it's good enough for the Borg, it's good enough for me. Like, I was just never good at creativity and building stuff. We're going to need a pretty decently sized thruster to get this thing moving. One thing that you'll want to keep in mind is that if you put the thrusters on the sides, those count for turning. So if I put these thrusters right here, they won't help us at all with forward boost. So don't even think about that for a second. They're going to help with turning. But what we can do is we can go something like this. Turning is important, and we are going to need to do it. Then we can put some little thrusters on the back over here to keep us moving. And the nice thing about this is that you can test fly it. So if I put that in right there, we have no fuel tank. We have no fuel tanks. Let me get some fuel tanks in here. So with the fuel tanks that we currently have, I could drop a couple in here. Yeah, I could drop a couple fuel tanks in here and just kind of see how that goes. We'll go like that right there. There's our fuel tanks. And there it is. We are up and flying. There are going to be little enemies around who are going to shoot at us and try and kill us. But so far, fuel efficiency, it looks like we're probably going to get about, I don't know, 2-3 minutes of flight out of this one. We're not going to get a lot of flight out of this thing, but we will get some flight. And we are just getting shot to pieces right now. Okay, there are other things that we could play around with. So, for example, we could stretch these out over to here for right now. I don't want to do anything with them for the moment. But what we could attempt to do is we could actually do something like this. In general, you don't want your pieces overlapping. Oh, shit. I don't want you connected right there. I'll just get rid of you for right now. You guys go away. We do want the fuel tanks to be shielded from the outside so that we don't get hit by anything. It's usually a pretty good idea. And so what we could do is we could put in a little bit of armor right here. And then we put that in right there. We'll swoop that around. That looks good to me. And then we'll take the 2 engines and we'll put them kind of like right there. That may swap around our center of mass ever so slightly, but I don't know if this game even factors that in all honesty. Let's test fly this. That's going to protect the fuel tanks so that they don't get blown up. We fly at an okay rate. We could be a little bit faster, but it is costing us some fuel to haul this thing's fat ass all over the place. And so it might be worth it to throw in another couple like small fuel tanks like so, just to keep us all locked in. Then from there, what I'd like to see is, let's say on the front out here, we put in something like, oh, I don't know, that right there. And then we take this one and we swap that in right there. That's not what I wanted. That doesn't look right at all. I don't think you can mirror blocks, by the way. I don't think that's an option. I don't think that's like a thing you can do. And so we may have to be a little bit, we may have to ghetto rig this a little bit over here. There we go. I'll get rid of you. And then what I'll try to do is I'll put in 2 blocks like this right here. And that's going to get the effect that I wanted. Then what I'm going to think about doing is we have a saw blade right there. I don't know if I want to use, we've got a bio bullet gun tower. What is that? A plasma short beam laser, plasma rockets, bio bullets. Let's go for, I don't know. Let's go for some shootiness on the front side of this thing. So there it is. We've got shooties now. Now that we've got shooties, we probably want to think about our energy supply. But let's test fly this thing for a minute and see how slow it's going to be. It's going to be pretty slow. This is not a speedy vehicle. Not at all. Okay. Other things we could think about doing is we could take that and we could put it right there instead. We could put that right there. Then we could put in a couple more thrusters. And then we could put in a big-ass battery right there. And then if we test fly this thing... Yeah, now we've got a little bit of DACA. Now we can fire at these cats. There it is. So he's been eliminated pretty rapidly. Fuel's looking a little iffy. We may want to go in on a little bit more fuel. But aside from that, we can give this thing a test flight down and on the planet. In all honesty, if you want to, we should be able to kill just about everything pretty rapidly. It looks like on some level that battery recharges itself. We lost one gun right there. They shot off one of our guns. Okay, let's save that one right there. We're going to call this the Nerd Fort. There it is. So we got the Nerd Fortress. Let's go down to the planet. Let's kind of just like see what happens. This game is a game of trial and error. And so you want to go down to the planet and kind of like see how things go every now and again. Just sort of like take the ship and like see what occurs. We have a whole bunch of aliens coming at us from this side. So let's go ahead and handle them. We're already out of energy, which is a bit of a bummer. However, we do have a hive over there. And if I can destroy that, I think that's a good look for us. And so let's wipe out that hive real fast. I've already endoed my drone into the side of the planet anyways. Backwards thrust is not really like a thing that exists. And so I think we've got a pretty good shot at it if we can make this happen. We didn't look too good right there. We'll leave the planet, but we'll select our drone again. We got the Nerd Fortress. Let's give this one more try. I'm going to see if I can avoid endoing down into the planet. It's very easy to like do that on accident, especially when you're trying to protect all of your like, you know, your bits and whatnot, because your ship do have bits on it. Let's go ahead and we'll pull this thing back around. I don't know how far down the planet's going to be, but we'll get rid of some of you guys right there. And let's just rain down orbital fire on this thing. Like, I don't know how this is going to go, but we're trying. I don't know if I need some kind of special equipment to kill this off, or what we need to do. Oh my god, that's going to hurt my blasters. They came from that front side over there. There it is. So we got that taken out. Our ship is not looking great, however. Our aerodynamics have been thrown off by, well, several problems. So we're going to have a bit of trouble getting this thing moving. Yeah, we're spinning out. We are spinning out because we lost a thruster on one side, so we have no stabilization. If I kill off these little dudes over here, that makes us a little bit safer. But I think, personally, we're probably kind of endoed out on the planet. Yeah, we got some issues. So I think our firepower is on point. But I think the rest of us needs a little bit of work. I don't know if there's going to be more mining lasers or anything like that, but that looks pretty good to me. We didn't destroy all the hives, but what we can do is let's edit this drone out ever so slightly. So if we lose one of these stabilizers on the side, that's all kinds of bad. And so I'm going to put a little bit of armor on these right here just to make sure that it's a little bit tougher to hit them. You know, just to give us another shot so that we can keep our turning going. And then I would love to have, like, we need to have, like, better battery storage, in all fairness. Like, if I go in on 2 big batteries on this side, let me test fly this. How heavy is it? It's actually not that bad. So that gives us a bit more firepower that we didn't have previously. I don't think we need that many batteries. It appears to be holding it down for us right there, so I'm not that upset about it. The batteries are exposed to the elements, and depending on how much the enemy is going to be firing at us, we may have some issues right there. But, I mean, I could just put a crossbar over here to protect it from the front. And then I could put a crossbar over here to protect it from that side. And then we put that in right there, and that in right there. And how much slower did that make me? A little bit slower. But all my crucial bits are now protected. On top of that, I think we've got room for a couple more guns, too. Like, I think we could do better right here. Let's put in a couple more guns. We'll see what's going on. So we'll save that right there. The Nerd Fortress is ready to go. Let's launch this thing down to the planet, see if we can have a successful mission. All we really need to do is isolate one of the hives. If we can kill one hive, we're in a really solid position for the win. Yeah, there we go. That's what I like to see. Yup, put that DACA on them. Make them hurt. Get down here. Yup. I'm going to turn the ship now before this gets too rowdy. Yeah, because that tends to happen right there where you endo into the earth. And so I'm going to... That's not going to do what I want it to do. Let me see if maybe I can rock this thing loose. The physics of the game are a little bit jank right now. Maybe I'll try to front load. I'll try to put one on the front, but I don't think it's going to work. I think I tried this earlier where you could actually have like a reverse and go backwards, but I don't think it worked. Like, I'm pretty sure it did not work. Like when I did that like that right there, and then like that right there. Pretty sure it did not work. We could try and put it maybe right here and see what happens. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think the game gives you the ability to have backwards thrust, in all honesty. Like, I don't think you're ever going to be able to move your ship backwards. So if you, like, endo it into something, you've got, like, a major problem for yourself. But I like this game a lot. Like, just going back in and playing around with all the different configurations of, like, booty shooters you can make is a lot of fun. Like, I think it's really, really cool. And so I'm excited to see what this game's going to be at some point. My suggestion would be, since we get constantly pulled towards the planet, maybe don't give ourselves too much of, like, a gravity well down there. But since I can't back down to the planet, we're always going to be slightly falling. Like, that's the thing, is we're always going to be kind of falling. And so we got to whip that around right there. And if we can get rid of that right there and then kill off this first little horde, all of our guns made it out. So we're in a good spot right now. He's firing rockets at us. So let's maybe go around the planet for a second and kind of see what's around. I want to find this other hive, and then we'll make it happen. So it looks like we've got a bit of a ravine right here. Okay, a bit of a ravine. Keep guns focused on the hive. And as soon as that's been destroyed, we should have, like, no more threats on this planet to deal with, except for, like, that mega laser shooty thing over there. And since I don't know... Oh, there's another one over here, too. Okay, well, mega laser shooty thing, do your stuff. We'll just, like, orbitally bombard this stuff until we find our victory. How about that? Sounds alright to me. If I can get rid of all these bugs that are absorbing shots, though... There we go. We've wiped out another little tower right there. Alright, keep this thing even to the earth. And it looks like we've probably got a few more hives. I thought it said there was 2. But I guess I must have been wrong about that. Firepower is everything in this game. Exterminate the heretic. Destroy the filthy Xeno. They are unwelcome here. The HP on some of these hull blocks has got to be getting really weak. Like, I see no way that the HP on our hull blocks is, like, okay right now. Yeah, bring the lasers straight down. We'll see what fire we can get through. I'd be surprised if we didn't lose a battery pretty soon. Oh, we've lost all of our boost. Okay, alright. Man, there are a lot of bugs, man. They just come out non-stop. I think they need to put, like, a limited... There needs to be a limiter on how many bugs they can pull out of there, I think. Like, because I think we've got it built right now, but them just being able to endlessly spawn is brutal. Like, it makes it so you just have, like, this attrition that takes place the entire mission until you lose. And so it sort of behooves you to kill bugs about as rapidly as you can. So where's this thing at? Let's go ahead and wipe them out. We know that their origin is right there. So keep firing. Keep fronts forward. Alright. Don't absorb any fire that you don't need to absorb. Let's go ahead and we'll save the thrusters back here. And then we'll turn this thing around to its armored face. And let's go back down. That did cost us a lot of boost right there, though. Oh, there's 5 hives. It's written on the screen. 5 hives. Oh, there's also little robot-y things over there. What are those? That's a little concerning. I wonder if I can make... Ooh, is that the transmitter right there? Yeah, rain down Imperial fire on that thing. Yep, destroy it. So the transmitter is completed. Sounds good to me. We've got some bugs coming in from that side. If I can keep my fully armored flank facing the enemy, that's the part that I'm looking at right now as the real thing that we need to be doing. And we can keep from absorbing too much fire. I think we'll be alright. And so laser cannons are focused. Keep turning. I don't want them to get to the thrusters, please. If they get to the thrusters, we have numerous issues that are going to be very difficult to resolve. Alright, we're turning ever so slightly. Keep fire on the hive. Fire on the hive, but fire, fire, fire. Alright, so let's turn the ship so that the armor is facing the enemy. And where is this hive at? There it is. Keep on firing until that thing goes down. Kill that thing off. There you go. That's what I like to see. Also, don't endo the ship into the earth. That's not a good look. That's definitely not a good look. So we got the transmitter. The question we got to ask ourselves is this worth it? I'd like to go back to the ship and see if it saves our progress. Like, if I go back to the Nimbatus... So where's the Nimbatus at? Is there like a map or anything I can use to find it? There it is. So there's our ship right there. We're being drawn back into the gravity well. Let's say that I go back inside the ship. Does it save my progress so I can make another strafe at him? I don't think it does. So we dropped out of right there, and it's not letting us drop again. So let's maybe go find the rest of the hives then. I'm going to allow the gravity well just to take us down. We've got plenty of fuel. Yep, you guys can shoot the guns. Just don't shoot anything else. I don't care what you shoot at as long as it's not the thrusters. There we go. Thrusters are taking a little bit of heat right now. I'm going to swing the ship around like so that the armor is still facing. Oh, knocking us around a little bit. I don't know what this gun is right here, but this gun has got to go. Ah, we got no thrusters left. We lost our thruster. We lost our thruster. We got nothing forward bound now. We're pretty much toast. They got rid of it. All right, leave the planet. So we destroyed the transmitter. How did that help us out? So the transmitter has actually revealed a whole bunch of other areas. So we've got like a sumo thing right there. If I visit here, do the hives come back now that we don't have to worry about the transmitter? That's another thing that I'm curious about. This game has a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't had the time to like explore fully and figure out. So the hives do come back. The hives do come back. So that's another thing we're probably going to want to be aware of. Let's go ahead and rotate this thing on down. And the first hive is down. I think the big problem that we're running into is just the attrition of fighting all these little turds. Having to like try and put them down. If we can get the ones out from behind the ship, those are the most dangerous. Like, those are the ones that cause like the real problems for us. I think we've lost a laser right there. So we actually officially do not have a laser anymore right there. There's a hive. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish off the rest of the bugs before they destroy any more of our guns. And we will continue forward. Just sort of looking for them. Yeah, we got a missile launcher down here. Go ahead and bombard him for a minute until we feel like we're safe. Because he's the one that's going to be shooting at our flanks and hitting our thrusters and destroying those. And so maybe, just maybe, we're already... Get rid of him. He's shooting one of our thrusters. Okay. We'll rotate that into play. Go ahead and give me some upward thrust real fast. We'll bring that around as nimbly as possible. Alright, that's another hive down. I'm going to thrust away. And in this case, if we can just get rid of a few more bugs, we'll be alright. We don't have a lot of guns left, though. We don't have a lot of guns left. We've lost the armor on the side that goes to our batteries. So, like, we got problems. We've got problems. We're probably near about going to lose our armor fairly shortly on the other side as well. Let me swap around so that I can keep myself... Ugh. Okay, so we're going to go back around. We're going to hop a Louie right here. Alright. They aren't coming anymore, which is great. Did that get me horizontally far enough over to attack the hive? It did not. So what I want is to be right... Oh no, there's two of them right next to each other. That is not good. Okay, so this planet, we might just be able to destroy the transmitter for right now. It sort of remains to be seen whether or not the hives are going to be like an achievable... Yeah, we've already lost our thrusters right there. Bring that thing back around. And there goes the last of our thrust right there. We just don't have the firepower. I'm thinking more guns. I'm thinking more guns. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a few more guns. When has a few more guns ever harmed anything? You know, when has a few more guns ever hurt anything? We've got a plasma gun rocket tower. Yeah, put that in right there. Get a couple of those too. We got plenty of energy, so we might as well. There we go. Alright, let's save that thing up, and let's launch it back down one more time, and we'll try a new planet after this if this doesn't end up working out. But there's just so many bugs! There's so many of those little dudes that want to take us out! It's a problem. Oh my goodness. See, now we got firepower. Oh my god. Damn. We got that like bombs on your mom's firepower. Holy bejesus, we wiped that thing out fast. That thing lasted for like a moment. Get rid of you. Alright, apparently laser weapons are not where it is at. There's another hive down. Good lord. We've really tore this thing up, haven't we? Those batteries recharge with a quickness, too. Nope, you guys ain't gonna make another flush at me. So superior firepower appears to be the rule of the day. If you don't have superior firepower, you ain't gonna make it. Explosives also seem to help out a little bit, too. There's another one right there. Let's go and wipe him out. There doesn't seem to be any limit to the amount of parts I can use in order to make this all work. So why stress about it, you feel me? Why worry about it too much? I am going to flip around. Yep, there we go. Got a few more coming from that side. Man, that withering firepower, though. I love the way the little rockets move, too. That makes me weirdly satisfied in some ways. And so we've got one more hive left. One more hive. Let's stay strafing. We're going to stay flying, see if we can get rid of it. And there goes our last hive. We are all good to go. It said this, there's like something like resources on the planet, maybe? I don't know if we get something out of the planet just by being here, but you can dig away at the surface in case you were wondering. Like, as our lasers hit the surface, it makes it go away like that old tank game. I don't remember what that tank game was called, but... Oh, there's more over here. Do they respawn, maybe? I don't know. There's another one over here, though. Yup, recharge that thing. We need a salvo. There we go. I don't know what resources look like on the planet, but I assume in some way they're probably helpful. Kill a few robots down here, too. Mo guns appears to be the secret to this game. So if you're ever worried about it, put more guns on your shit. I'm sure it'll be alright. I wanted to shoot the surface for just a minute and see if maybe we can get... Is there any resources or anything that come out of here? You are going to be mining planets later on, as I understand it. So we got a plasma short beam laser tower. We also got attracting beams and penetrating lasers. So plasma ammunition is going to be added onto there. Very cool. So let's go back and we'll try out a new planet. We'll kind of see what they got going on. I want to know what a Sumo Arena is. So we're going to go inside a Sumo Arena and see what happens. He's got a heavy slug. And if we win over here... Requirements. 50 or less. No weapons. So you got to have no weapons on it? Oh, that's why it's a Sumo Arena. Your ship's got to push the other guy out of the ring. Okay, I got you. I understand that. Oh, wow, we explored more stuff, too. So there's Osari's shop right there. Planet Kixyugu. Let's go to Planet Kixyugu. Risk level's low, so we just got to destroy a transmitter down here. I'm feeling pretty confident about that, so let's bail on down to the planet. I think today what we verified is that there's no problem you can't solve with a healthy application of more firepower. That's what we really learned today, is that, like, more firepower, man. That's how you do it. Like, just put more firepower on this boat, and you'll be okay. Superior firepower is what's got us working right now. And that's a SAM turret down right there. Let's fly. What's that green shit? Is that anything? Like, what is that? I assume that that's got to be something. I just don't know what it is. Maybe we need a mining laser of some kind to be able to use it? I don't know. Let's find this transmitter real fast and get the hell up out of here. Return to the Nimbatus after we get done. Transmitter? Where you at, transmitter? I'm going to try not to crash my ship into the ground. I'm going to try real hard. See, I made a mistake in this game. I thought you were supposed to make a little drone first. That's what I learned the hard way in this game, is that I thought you were supposed to make like a little itty-bitty teensy tiny drone, and I messed that up nastily. We're a little bit low on fuel, but I think we're going to be alright. Let me just stay... Oh, he got me with the sneak attack. He got me with the sneak attack. We got a couple drones over here. Let's go ahead and take care of them. We'll knock out that right there, and then we are done. Back to the Nimbatus. So, going back now. I assume that that green stuff is going to be the crystals that you collect in order to buy parts and stuff like that later on. This is a very limited demo of the game purely for Kickstarter. So if Nimbatus looked like the kind of thing that you'd be into, go check out the Kickstarter. Maybe you can help them out and, you know, make a developer's dream come true by helping them make the game they've always wanted to make. My name is Splattercat. I got a link for you down below if you wanted to get the game for yourself. If you like this video, likes and comments help out tremendously, and they take just a second to do. They increase the exposure of the channel, and they make it so that, you know, we're on our way up. Rather than just staying the same. Aside from that, my name is Splattercat. I do indie games every single day out here on the internet, trying to show you all the newest and greatest fun stuff that's been developed. And I stream every single day at Twitch TV/SplatterCatGaming. I'll see y'all next time. Hi, do everybody. Bye.